What is up, you all, you all, you all? Y'all. I have with me tonight my homegirl, my big sis. Like, literally, like, she and I go way back. And if y'all don't know who she is, I promise y'all by the end of this show, y'all will know who she is. I'm talking about none other than Big Tiff is in the building. How are you doing, sis?
I can't hear you.
You can't even hold on. Go out and come back. Go out and come back. Y'all, she's gonna go out and come back in. But yeah, y'all, I am excited to have her here with me tonight. I'm excited about her being here, y'all. Like, I'm gonna read her bio, just a little bit of her bio, as y'all come in. As y'all come in, I'm gonna read just a little bit of her bio because y'all, when I tell y'all this girl, when I tell y'all her bio is strong, it is strong because like y'all, this girl, this woman is a legend, legit, a legend. So I'm gonna read a little bit of her bio, y'all. I pray that you all have been enjoying yourself, and I pray that you all are having a great day. But here is a little bit of her bio. Tiffany Marie is an award-winning, y'all, award-winning spoken word poet from St. Louis, Missouri. Known for her powerful performance and unapologetic voice since 2019, she turned personal pain into poetic purpose, using her platform to uplift Black girls and women everywhere. A three-time nominee, y'all. Not once, not twice, but three-time nominee in the St. Louis poetry scene. Tiffany is on a mission to prove that no matter the odds, you can rise and be loud about it. So, y'all, as soon as I'm gonna play a little bit of an interlude, and then she's coming on the stage, y'all. All right, y'all. What is going on, sis? How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I am great. I'm great. Like we've been working to get you back for the longest.
I'm here.
Legit. Legit. Like y'all, we got her back.
I'm here.
Y'all, this girl is a legend.
Okay,
Like
I love those words.
she has been on James H. Clever Studios not once, not twice, but this is her third appearance.
Mhm.
Like, shout out to Arthur Nikki Nicole for making this
Yes,
connection.
the
Like,
best.
because like legit,
Yeah,
she literally made this connection, and it's like whenever we link up, it might have been months since we've had a conversation, but when we link back up,
it's
it's
always
like
fire.
nothing
Yeah.
has changed. Nothing has changed. So okay, before we get too far in, I'm gonna have a little fun with you. We're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
So, since you are the spoken word poet, and like you the queen of poetry, the queen
Okay.
of it, I have some words in here, okay? And I am gonna pull out three of these words, and
Okay.
you gotta make up a poem on the spot.
Ooh. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
Clearly.
All right. The words ain't that hard though. I promise you. All right. So fire is your first one.
How long?
Hey,
I'm
make
gonna
it a,
give you. I'm gonna give you a haiku.
give it to me.
Probably not even a haiku. I'm gonna just give you a couple bars. You said fire.
Yep.
My heart be so filled with fire. It's really hard to desire the things I inquire, I acquire about a man.
Mm.
Um, see, here's the thing. I got a plan, but my master plan ain't about that man. It's about the fire, the desire I inquire to find a good man.
Dang. Okay. We gonna keep this
Somebody
going. We
off
gonna
the
keep this
dome
going.
is crazy.
We gonna keep this going. Scar. Scar.
Scar.
Yep.
They say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words may not. But words can't hurt you. In fact, words may scar you, scare you, have you walk away from the things God never sent to bear you. That's what I got. That's all I
All
got right
right.
now.
Last. Silence.
Ooh, sometimes it's better to choose silence because people like me like to wake up and choose violence.
No.
But it's okay. I'm gonna let you have this. I'm gonna let you. But it's okay. I'm gonna let you have this because my time is timeless. That's it. That's all I got. You got my
And
brain moving.
top on the dome. Top
You
of
got
the
you on the top of the
dome.
dome. I've never done that. I've never done
And
that.
she killed it. And she killed it.
I only had a
And
couple
she
bars,
killed
but I've
it.
never done that.
And she killed it. And she killed it. Do y'all see why I call her the GOAT? A legend. You can't put too many people in a situation like that and they come out killing it. And that's exactly what she did.
Man,
So, all right. When did you know that poetry was your purpose?
when I was pregnant, um, I got pregnant when I was in 2018. I found out, actually, no, in 2019, I found out I was pregnant at the end of January. And right before then, my father, the man who cared for me, took care of me, passed away 3 days before my birthday, which was in October. I ended up finding out I was pregnant in February of that following year. It felt like a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I was going down such a dark road, such a bad time. And I'm going to be very honest because accountability is a thing for me right now in my life to be able to grow and move on. So at that time, I, I, I was doing some hoe shit. I was literally connecting with any man that told me he liked me, told me I looked good, told me he loved me, wanted to deal with me. It was something about being with someone that that made me come for them. And I was not making the best decisions. I was not making the best choices. I was not being smart about my choices. So I felt like at that time when I had got pregnant, it was a sign. It was for betterment of my life, for me to slow down. It was God's way of saying, "Hey, you need to slow down." You know what I'm saying? You need to slow down. So I feel like He gave me a child, and when I was going through that pregnancy, it was the most unbearable thing ever because I was living with family and I was living with my grandmother at the time. And it was a lot of abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse coming from my family members, mom, aunt, grandma, all while being pregnant with my very first child at 25 years old. And so I didn't know how to express myself because every word that came out of my mouth was a problem. Anytime I spoke, it was an issue. So I turned to paper and pen. I would write down my feelings like crazy. I would just write them down, and it just wasn't enough for me. I remember one day I sat and I wrote down my feelings, and something said, "Girl, make that shit rhyme. I bet you it can turn into something." And so I sat and I wrote my feelings that day, and I wrote some rhyming words that just kind of felt like it would go with it. And ever since then, my ass been named Tiffany Marie, and my ass been performing and been doing shows and stuff. And that's just kind of how I got started. Like, I was in a dark space. I didn't have anybody. I didn't have any family. I didn't have any friends. I literally didn't have anyone, and I was going down a really badass road. And I turned to writing. Writing was my everything. That's how I expressed myself. I had notebooks and notebooks and notebooks of just my feelings and things that I felt and emotions and things I was going through. And I eventually turned those into poems. Um, and that's just kind of how I felt like it was my calling. It was just something for me to do. Other than that, I feel like I would not be where I am today. I would probably be dead or in jail. And I'm going to be very honest about that. And I'm actually pretty happy that I'm not there. So I think poetry
Amen.
saved my life. People say things save their life. Poetry saved my life.
Amen. And that's what God did. God used your gift to save your life, a
Yeah.
gift that you didn't even know you had.
No. No.
So, what emotions do you usually tap into before you start writing?
My anger. The only emotion I feel on a daily. I have so much built up anger and frustration, it's hard for me to release it. So I smoke a lot, and then I write a lot. And when I smoke, I write. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps really tap into that, what I'm feeling. And it gets my creative energy rolling too as well. But my anger, I feel that emotion so much, just hurt, just so I tap into that before I start writing, which makes it hard to write sometimes because I don't want everything to be so angry. But I can't help it because that's what's on my heart.
I get you. I get that. So, has God ever given you a poem before he gave you understanding of it?
Yeah.
Tell me about that time.
Yeah. I was on my very first flight. I've never been on a flight before. March of last year, my first flight was to New York to go perform actually. And on this flight, I felt the need to write because that was the way to get rid of my fear of being in the air. I've never flown before. This was my first time. I did not know what to do. I was terrified. But for some reason, I picked up my phone and I wrote a poem. And it was long and it was unwanted. And I still have it to this day. But the poem was about being in the sky, and like the poem was about wanting to die, right?
Mm,
But being so free in the sky made me have reasons to live, if that makes sense. Like going to go follow my dreams, being in the air really made me feel like I had something to live for. And the poem that came out felt like death. So it felt like an old me was dying, but
and a
while I
new
was in
you
the
was being
air, a
born.
new me was being born, and it was something that I didn't ask for. It was something I wasn't anticipating on even writing. I didn't even anticipate on writing on the flight because I was so damn scared. But I wasn't scared enough to write that poem, and it was so long. You know what I'm saying? Like it was long. It felt great. Let's just say that it felt amazing. Yeah.
Amen. All right. So we're gonna play another game.
Okay.
Then versus now.
Gotcha.
So okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some words, okay?
Okay.
I want you to say something to your past self and then say something to the self that you have that is now with us, okay?
Okay.
All right. So love,
Something I would say to my past self about love. Um, Always love yourself. Like, no matter the hurt that you may feel or the pain that people that you think you love or that you think may love you may put you through, that self-love is always going to get you through those tough moments. Loving yourself is always going to get you through those tough moments. That is something I would tell myself, my older self. So that's something I would tell myself then. Now I would say to myself, love is not all that. Love is not something that you have to survive. Love is not something that a skill that you have to be successful. Um, it may be a feeling that you want to feel. It may be something that you feel like you're missing, but you're not really missing it. Um, like I said, if it's something that you have within yourself, if that self love is in yourself, that visual love, or what people think may be love, or what people looking on social media may see to be love, ain't really love. And it's not all that. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. Because folks don't really never love you like you love yourself.
Hmm,
So,
I like that one. All right. Self worth. Self worth.
ooh, okay. Something
Mm-hmm.
I would have said to myself then about self worth. Your life is you're worth it. I, I'm gonna say it to my old self. I'm gonna say it to my new self, and I'm gonna say it to everybody listening. You're worth it. Um, as a child, I went through suicide a couple times. I tried to take my life, and I was at a psych ward a few times. And I just want to tell folks that your self-worth is everything. You're worthy. You're worthy of everything that you put your mind to. You are worthy of living. You are worthy of a great life. You are worthy of those great friends that you want. You are worthy of that career you want. You are worthy of that success that you're wanting. You are worthy of it all. Just believe in yourself. That is something that I would have told myself then, because I probably would have been a poet sooner than 2019 if I would have just knew my self-worth and not took people talking down on me so literal, right? Something I would tell myself now about my self-worth is you're worth everything that you're asking for. What you put out, you're worth receiving. Um, and don't settle for less. That's literally what I would tell myself right now. Like, I'm so worthy of everything that I'm setting out to do with my life, for my children, for my family, for myself. I'm so worthy of all of that. And I'm never gonna not I'm never gonna look past that. I'm so worthy of that. So that's what I would tell myself right now.
I love that. I love that. I love that. All right. And last one I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you faith.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then I didn't have faith. Then I didn't know God.
Mm.
Then God was not introduced to me. Then God was not introduced in my household. Then God was not even smiled upon in my house. Now I pray every day. Now I have faith with everything that I do. Now God leads me where I need to go. He's the leader that I follow. Now my faith may not be up there where everybody may want it to be, but I picked up that Bible, and I start talking to God, and my faith is building. And so now I'm faithful to who faithful to me, and God is gonna always be faithful to me. So that's where I am with my faith now.
I love that. I love that. I love that. All right. All right. All right. So now I want to talk about these albums that you got because, ma'am, I got one of your albums that stays on repeat. Stays.
My albums. So the first couple that I dropped were, well, the very first one, it wasn't even an album, it was an EP. It was just like a little, it was a single, not an EP, it was a single. My first one was a single. It just was me wanting to see how it would hit with everybody else, because it wasn't music. It's not a rap song or an R&B song, so I just wanted to see how it would resonate with everybody else. My actual first album um, was a bunch of poems that I wrote in some moment, in sad, depressed moments. And I felt like it was time for me to put those out there so people can know exactly who I am and prepare for the raft that I'm about to, unleash. And so I released that, and it got a little bit of love. It didn't get as much as I wanted it to, but it got some, right? So that second album, that second EP that I dropped, I only dropped a few songs on it, and it got love. The
Big love.
the voicemail piece got a lot of love. And I actually, it was one of my very favorite pieces that I wrote, actually, with the voicemail at the beginning, and then I'm just like strictly going off on the voicemail. Like, that's so legendary for me. I love that piece. Um, and
Can you
then
give us a little bit of that piece? Can you give us a little
I
bit of that
can't,
piece?
I can't. You wanna know why I can't? Because that piece is old and I don't remember it. I can't give you a piece. I do not remember it. I have written so much since that piece. I remember a lot of my pieces, but that right there is one piece I don't remember because it was never performed out loud to a group or to anyone. It was only
Wow.
recorded for the EP. So it's
What?
not it's not something that I actually remembered in my, like I remember any other piece. And then this album is called Tiffany. It is a self-entitled album. It is coming out January 28th at 8 p.m. I chose 8 p.m. and I chose the 28th. I'm not really sure what this number 8 is right now in my life, but it's holding some weight right now for me. And so I got 8 pieces, 8 ways for folks to what's the word I'm looking for? Um,
Listen.
eight pieces for people to listen, 8 pieces for people to really just kind of vibe with me and get my vibe and understand my vibe. 8 pieces for people to really just kind of feel where I'm coming from, grow with me, learn me. That's what I was looking for. Learn me. 8 pieces where people can learn who I am if you don't know me by now. I'm 7 years in the game this year. Um, and I've been nominated for so many award shows. I've participated in so many competitions. I've won many competitions. I've won many battles. I've participated in many battles, and it doesn't stop because I'm adding fashion shows to the resume. I'm adding funerals
Come
to the
on.
resume. I performed at funerals. Come on now, fashion shows. Like, I'm ready to add weddings to the. I'm ready to add everything and anything to what I'm doing. Poetry has to be a thing, and it has to be something that people are not afraid to go sit and listen to. It's not always something sad. We're not always talking about something sad. I have so many pieces where I'm not talking about something sad. And I
At
feel
all.
like people can really just relate, especially to a lot of the things that I talk about, because I like to talk about things that people actually want to hear. Nobody wants to sit and hear the sad. I mean, people may, but the sad I've been touched on, long poems that's 5, 6 minutes long. No, like, people, there's a time and a place for that. I'm gonna tell you right now, no one wants to relive those dark moments. Okay,
Mm-mm.
and so I don't relive those dark moments. I'm going to tell you what I would do in those dark moments. And that is probably what would get people to draw more to me because I'm more personable. I'm not talking about my personal experiences. I'm talking about what I would do if that was to happen to me, or how I would handle that if that was to happen to me. That's what And so I really hope January 28th, the Tiffany album really goes up like it's supposed to, like I'm really expecting it to. I've been working really, really hard on the album. I've been really putting my best foot forward. I've been paying for beats. Haven't really been to a studio because folks act like they don't know how to work with a poet. So I've done everything on this album by myself. I wrote my pieces. I've mixed and mastered my pieces. I put the music behind my pieces. I've done everything. Um, and so yeah, my albums, they're out. Tiffany album will be out January 28th at 8 p.m. on all platforms, every single platform. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. You can use them for sounds and everything else in the skies above.
Man. Like, I think my favorite one is Man Down.
Yeah, man down
Man
the
Down the
hall.
Hall. Yes.
Yes,
That came out last year. That
it
is one of my
did.
fire. That one is
Listen,
fire.
To the man down the hall who always smiles when he sees me, who always puts that one cologne on cause he know it's gonna tease me, who stands next to me in the elevator. Watch me bite my lip. What? That's my. I love that piece.
And then my next one would probably be off of the album in 2024, Uno Reverse. Yep, both of
The
those are
Uno
fire.
reverse. That was the um. Damn, was that the So that made it right. I knew you was creeping, so I followed you that night. Is that piece?
I think so. I think so. Yep,
That is
that's
my
that one.
that is the storytelling piece. That is the longest piece that I have. So when I was talking to you before we started, that is the
Mm-hmm.
longest piece that I have. That is one of my favorite pieces to perform when I know I have a crowd full of people, full of women.
Mm.
That's a women's piece. That's a piece that will grab the crowd by its collar like this and have those men looking like, who the hell is she talking about? And have those women looking at those men like, so what street was that you turned on? Yeah,
Mm.
that was amazing. I do relatable pieces.
And she does. And she does.
I do
And she
relatable
does.
pieces, things that people can relate to, because that's a piece that many people can relate to. Even men, if you want to flip it, even men, if you want to flip it, I
Mm.
may have to just go make me a piece for the men.
Ma'am, whenever you do, let me know because I'll help you out.
I may just have to go make a piece for the men. I may just have to go ahead and make a piece for the men because that'll be fire.
Mm. Dude, let me know because you know I'm down to help you out. I'm
That'll
down to
be
help you out,
fire.
dude. But now, all right. So there's so many other questions I could ask you, but I ain't gonna keep you on here all night because I know you just got off from work.
It's okay. It's okay. I was a little late. I was a little late.
Dude, no, no. So, all right, here's how we're gonna close it out.
Okay.
I want you, number one, to tell my audience your favorite piece that you ever wrote. And then number two, I want you to maybe give a couple of bars from that piece.
Okay.
And
I can.
then after that, I want you to close it out with telling them where they can find you. And then from there, I'll come back on. So I
Okay.
want you to start it off with telling them where they can find you, all of that. And then I
Okay.
want you to drop a little bar of your favorite piece.
I got you. I can do that.
All right.
Okay.
And y'all don't get it twisted. She's coming back. We gotta get her back on there.
Okay. So, where you can find me at all social media platforms at I am Tiffany underscore Marie. The only platform you will not find me at with that information is Facebook. My name on Facebook is just Tiffany Marie. But Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that, you will find me at I am Tiffany underscore Marie. Um, and then YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify, you will find me under Tiffany Marie. That's two I's in Marie. And then my favorite piece would have to be this piece called Godly. And it's my favorite piece because it's a battle piece, but it's also one of those pieces that show you how bar heavy I am. Like how I can really add those bars, those punchlines and metaphors into something. And so that and I'm gonna give y'all the first little half. I know
Come
you
on.
said a couple bars, but I'm gonna give you the first little half
Come
because
on. Come
it's
on.
actually a really long piece. But I do it for battle poetry. So there is a battle poetry thing going that happens here in St. Louis. It's not everywhere, but it is here in St. Louis. It's called Pin Up or Shut Up. And he travels. His name is Who is Artemis. Let's shout him out real quick. And he travels around to the different states and he chooses different people to battle against the poets from St. Louis. And we really do battle. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each round. Don't go over. You get points deducted. It's the best thing popping. So let me show y'all how I won this Nashville, Tennessee poetry slam for women. It was 8 women. I won out of the 8 women that was there in Nashville. I ain't never touched Nashville, never met those women, never even studied those women poems. But I'm gonna tell you what I gave them.
Hit them with it.
So this is my favorite ultimately right now. God knew to put me in this room with you today. He said, Tiff, get up on that stage and show him you did not come to play. They call me Tiffany Marie. Nice to meet you. Now I got some shit to say. My words be so heavy and my flow be so sick. I sneezed on this pen a few times, so you know my words gon' stick. Definitely not your average, and I sure ain't the bottom of the roster. The way I carry these kids through this journey, you can call me Mama Foster. So different you can feel that shit in your core. I'm talking about in your gut. I can hear you want some more, so I'm finna give it to you. The way these rhymes be tight, I spit that shit with all my might. Cause by the time I'm done with you, this ain't gonna be a poetry battle no more. You gonna wanna fight. Twisted up raw cone, hold on, I need a light. Heavy on the non-confrontational, but you cannot see me on this stage. I'm definitely a scary sight. But let's not get it twisted. I got the real tea for you bitches. You may wanna sip this. I come in different flavors. It's a different me every time, so do me a favor. When you mention Big Tiff, mention your Lord and Savior, but let me digress. Sometimes I go too hard, I don't need you holding your chest, but I got that venom in me. He said, eat her ass up so you can leave her to me. I'm saying, welcome to the loo. I'm not here to confuse you or misuse you, but I think you had a couple screws loose when you chose to battle me. Artemis called me up, he said, you down? I said, hell yeah, them just some wannabes. But no disrespect to you. I just got up on this stage and came to do what I do, but I'm really lethal with these words. But don't call me a rapper because I really get offended. I remember back in my school days before my new ways, the way I expressed myself, I always got suspended. So excuse me for being so expressive. My words be so heavy you can feel them in your digestive. I'm really that impressive. I want my words to stick to you like a parasite. So every time you think of the loo, your temperature shoot up 314 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm.
That's my favorite piece. It's a battle piece. It's so many different things in there that if people did not catch it, they are sleeping. If you haven't watched the movie Venom, watch it. Venom was
Ooh.
mentioned in there a couple times. Venom is the movie where the guy has the thing in him and it eats people. He eat people. That's why I said I got that venom in me. You know, he
Because you
said,
eat them up on
eat
the
her
mic.
ass up so you can leave her to me. That, and then, you know, St. Louis area code is 314. And so I got the last ending, I want my words to stick to you like a parasite. So every time you think of the loo, your temperature shoot up 314 degrees Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Wow.
amazing piece. Amazing. You have to hear me perform the entire thing on stage.
I
I
got you.
actually dropped me performing that piece on my Facebook page when I just was promoting myself earlier. But that is my favorite piece. And I love it so far. Right now, I don't know why it's my favorite, but I'm such a aggressive poet, I guess you could say, that it really shows my skills, if you
For
ask me.
sure. For sure. For
So
sure. And y'all definitely stay tuned. She's definitely gonna
definitely
be back for more. She
I
gotta
am.
come back.
I
And matter
do.
of fact, sis, do not leave after we play this closing video because I got some stuff I want to talk to you about. I got an
Okay.
idea for you. So, y'all, we will be back on tomorrow with another episode of Dating While Anointed. So,
Mm-hmm.
y'all definitely don't want to miss that. And y'all stay tuned. We got so many great things in store for y'all. All right.
Yep.
Be blessed, you guys. Peace.
Thank you for watching the James H. Glover Studios exclusive episode. We pray you've been blessed. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to all of our stations. Be blessed.